So today we will discuss what is digestive system. Digestive system is consists of the parts of the body that work together to turn food and liquids into the building blocks and fuel that the body needs. So the first part of the digestive system is the mouth. It is the beginning of the digestive tract. And in fact, digestion starts here when taking the first bite of food. Chewing breaks the food into pieces that are more easily digested, while saliva mixes with food to begin the process of breaking it down into a form your body can absorb and use. The next one is esophagus. It is located in your throat near your trachea or the windpipe. The esophagus receives food from your mouth when you swallow by means of a series of muscular contraction called peristalsis. The esophagus delivers food to your stomach. So the stomach, it is a hollow organ or container that holds food while it is being mixed with enzymes that continue the process of breaking down food into a usable form. Cells in the lining of the stomach secrete a strong acid and powerful enzymes that are responsible for the breakdown process. When the contents of the stomach are sufficiently processed, they are released into the small intestine. So the small intestine is a 22-foot long muscular tube that breaks down food using enzymes released by the pancreas and the bile from the liver. Peristalsis is also at work in this organ, moving food through and mixing it with digestive secretions from the pancreas and the liver. This intestine is made up of three segments: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The duodenum is largely responsible for the continuous breaking down process, while the jejunum and ileum is mainly responsible for absorption of nutrients into the bloodstream. Contents of the small intestine start out semi-solid and end in a liquid form after passing through the organ. Water, bile, enzyme, and mucus actually contribute to the change in consistency. Once the nutrients had been absorbed and the leftover food residue liquid has passed through the small intestine, it then moves on the large intestine or the colon. So the pancreas is actually responsible in secreting digestive enzymes into the duodenum, the first segment of the small intestine. These enzymes break down protein, fats, and carbohydrates. The pancreas is also make insulin, secreting it directly into the bloodstream. Insulin is the chief hormone for metabolizing sugar. So the next one is the liver. Liver has multiple functions, but its main function within the digestive system is to process the nutrients absorbed from the small intestine. Bile from the liver secreted into the small intestine also plays an important role in digesting fat. In addition, the liver is the body's chemical factory. It takes the raw materials absorbed by the intestine and makes all the various chemicals the body needs to function. The liver is also known to detoxify potentially harmful chemicals. It breaks down and secretes many drugs. Gallbladder. The gallbladder stores and concentrates bile and then releases it into the duodenum to help absorb and digest fats. So the next one is the colon or the large intestine. It is a 6-foot long muscular tube that connects the small intestine to the rectum. The large intestine is made up of the cecum, the ascending right colon, the transverse across colon, the descending left colon, and the sigmoid colon, which connects to the rectum. The appendix is a small tube attached to the cecum. The large intestine is a highly specialized organ that is responsible for processing waste so that emptying the bowels is easy and convenient. The stool. The stool itself is mostly food debris and bacteria. These bacteria perform several useful functions such as synthesizing various vitamins, processing waste products and food particles, and protecting against harmful bacteria. So its process is start from the digestive process. It it passed through the colon by means of peristalsis, first in a liquid state and ultimately in a solid form. As stool passes through the colon, water is removed. Stool is stored in the sigmoid or S-shaped colon until a mass movement empties it into the rectum once or twice a day. It normally takes about 36 hours for stool to get through to the colon. When the descending colon becomes full of stool or feces, it empties its contents into the rectum to begin the process of elimination. Rectum. Rectum means straight in Latin. It is a 8-inch chamber that connects the colon to the anus. It is the rectum's job to receive stool from the colon to let the person know that there is stool to be evacuated, and to hold the stool until evacuation happens. When anything, gas or stool, comes in the rectum, sensor sends a message to the brain. Then the brain decides if the rectal contents can be released or not. If they can, the sphincters relax and the rectum contracts, disposing its content. But if the contents cannot be disposed, the sphincter contracts and the rectum accommodates so that the sensation temporarily goes away. The last part of the digestive system is the anus. It is a 2-inch long canal consisting of the pelvic floor muscles and the two anal sphincters, internal and the external. The lining of the upper anus is specialized to detect rectal contents. It lets you know whether the contents are liquid, gas, or solid. The anus is surrounded by the sphincter muscles that are important in allowing control of stool. Pelvic floor muscle creates an angle between the rectum and the anus that stops stool from coming out when it is not supposed to. The internal sphincter is always tight, except when stool enters the rectum. It keeps us continent when we are asleep or otherwise unaware of the presence of stool. When we get an urge to go to bathroom, we rely on our external sphincter to hold the stool until reaching a toilet, where it then relaxes to release the contents. So that's the digestive and its part and its function. Thank you.